eat in the daytime, morning or lunchtime. So by using high temperature, long time, we minimize or we eliminate the zinc property and we make it more yang. By eating in the morning and at lunch, we use the yang environment to support for that. Right? So if we don't know how to cook and we put that at the end, so that means all of the food we already cooked, it have a yang property. Now when we put the soy product at the end, first all the yang will be absorbed into the food we already cooked before, and also it don't have enough time to transform the zinc into the yang. See? So in that case we need to cook the tofu or the soy product first to eliminate the zinc property, and then also it have a long time enough to have the heat penetrate in that, so make it become more yang. And the other issue relates to how to harmonize all the members in our family or in our group, because not everyone the same, right? So one person may be more yang than yin, the other one may be more yin and yang. So if we tolerant, if we be mindful, and we will know which one needs to eat more yin, which one needs to eat more yang. So when we cook, we take out maybe a portion just enough for the person to yang, and then we continue to cook longer for the people who are yin. And the ingredient still follow the same token. Some ingredient only sauce and oil. When we put on the top, we may put that first, and all the ingredient we should add later on. And some ingredient, for example, lemon juice, vinegar, miso, soy sauce, etc. we need to add at the end when we already finished the cooking. Because if we, for example, if we add table salt too late, it don't have enough time, especially when we cook with vegetable, because most of the nutrition, most of the good stuff of the vegetable, it stays inside its molecular and the fiber cover outside. Look like we have any treasure. We don't want to display out there for everyone, right? We want to hide and live as secret as possible. The same thing, the nature, especially for the vegetable, they know if they display the good stuff outside on the surface area, the insect will come to eat and to attract that. The UV sunlight will destroy that. The heat from the sun will destroy the oxygen in the air will oxidate it, and the vitamin with the heat it will convert or evaporate. See, so that's why all of the good stuff on the nutrition, on the vitamin hidden inside the fiber molecular. And our body, the human being, don't have the enzyme, don't have capacity to break down cellular, that means the fiber, to extract all that. That's why if we want to use it at the fresh, we have to use the extractor centrifuge to use the centrifuge force to extract it out, and we just drink the fresh juice. Otherwise, we have to use the temperature and the table salt to extract it out, because the table salt considered the most yang, and the temperature, that is the heat, that is the most yang. When we use two very strong yang force, we will put it internally out to the surface. By the time when we put it in our mouth, the blood in our tongue will extract it and get it through the buccal area into our bloodstream right away. We don't need to chew, we don't need the enzyme in here to secrete and to try to digest it. So save the energy for our body. But if we not know how to add salt at the beginning, it doesn't have enough time to penetrate into the vegetable molecular, okay, to put out on that good stuff. So when we eat, our body, especially liver and gallbladder, try really hard, even though they know some that they don't have a capacity to produce enzyme to break down the cellular, but they still try the best to produce any similar enzyme to break down the cellular molecular. Finally, they spend a lot of time, energy, but they still cannot extract much. So waste of the energy, waste of time. And if we continue to do that, the liver and the gallbladder, the stomach and the small intestine have to work harder, and it becomes tired and exhausted. So the order of adding ingredients is very important. And when after we finish cooking, we display that on the dish, the bowl, on the table, it still have another effect, like we already learned. The second level of energy through our eye, our ear, our nose, our tongue. So if we cook the food if the food is not really good quality, but if we display it beautifully, the smell really good, if you extract the people and they have a scent of really good, and it stimulates the appetite, right? So at that time, they either already have absorbed the second energy level already. So the first level, just the material only, it's not affected much. On the other hand, if we have a very high quality food, but we don't know how to cook, we make it become flimsy. The color of it's so flimsy, the smell no good, and the way we display terrible. People look at that and they don't have any appetite at all. So, and then their mind shut. So it affects the second and the third level. So by the way, when we put the food in our mouth, it have no positive effect at all, even though it have a very high quality. See, so very important when we know all of different level of the energy of the food, so we can combine all of that together to make our product, our cooking become the best of it. So when we, even though when at home we don't have a steam machine, so if we want to steam vegetable, it takes a lot of time and energy. So it's not really productive when we do it at home, unless we have a big equipment in the restaurant or in the big cooking house. But at home, when we do cooking for the vegetable, we should not eat it raw. We will explain later on why the Westerner have a tendency to eat the raw vegetable. What is the advantage and what is the disadvantage? But as we already learned, even though when we compare the vegetable, the fruit, some may be more zang than the other, but overall, the vegetable, the fruit, always zinger than the grain or the animal product. So by using heat and table salt, we try to make it become more yang. Secondly, we try to put or extract all of the positive nutrition, good stuff, vitamin inside the fiber molecular out to help our body digest and absorb faster and easier. So when we have the water in the cooking spot, we have a table salt in right away, we boil it up. And we have a few, 1 or 2 teaspoons of olive oil, sesame oil on the top. And when it boils again, we put all the vegetable in, we mix it, and we close the lid for 5-10 minutes. When it already boiled again, we just take the lid off, and depend on how we want to eat. We want to eat well done, we can leave for another 5-10 minutes. But if we want to eat it crunchy, we can take it out after 5-10 minutes, depend on what kind of vegetable. But if we pay attention, we will see the color of the food before we cook, and at the right time when we cook, the color will be brighter. For example, the broccoli, when we see raw, it's not really green. The carrot is not really bright color. But if we cook at the right temperature, at the right time, all the good ingredient, good stuff inside, we put outside. And then when it comes out to the surface area, the oil layer will hold it back. So it's not evaporate. It's not really dissolved into the water. So all of that will be high concentration of the surface area. So when we keep the same that, and we turn off the cooker and we can take it out, we have the high color, the brighter, and the taste, it becomes sweeter. But if we overcook or we use the wrong temperature, the color now is overhealed, right? It becomes now more clumsy. Okay, it's no good. And the taste is no longer sweet, okay, terrible, because all that ingredient or a substance now it becomes complicated and complex substance. So it destroys the property of the vegetable. So cooking temperature, cooking time, very important. And if we can do it that correctly, we drive up the level. Instead of on the first level, we now go to